Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist was just made available on both PlayStation 4 and Xbox One consoles on July 31st. It plays just like Millennium Duels from the 360, but it offers quite a bit more to do as far as playing options go, as well as in-game content. This game also learned from its predecessor, and it makes all cards available to the player through natural progression, so you're no longer required to purchase extra content in order to obtain every single card in the game. However, you can buy extra campaign duels if you want to, and unlock certain cards a little bit earlier this way. Some sounds and animations were also borrowed from the last game, as well while also adding new ones to the scheme of things. So if you played the last game, you might get a sense of nostalgia, but if you didn't, you're not missing out because this new one's a bit more clean-cut and modernized. Unlike Millennium Duels though, where you simply duel the same 5 to 6 people over and over again monotonously, if you're stuck in the Shadow Realm, Legacy of the Duelist includes 5 different campaigns that follow various story arcs from all seasons of the show. They date back from Duelist Kingdom, and they come all the way to the new stuff with XYZ monsters. Because of this, it kind of caters to older players such as myself, as well as to new players, blending the two worlds together seamlessly without forcing you to play with certain cards or characters you might not be familiar with. If you are, however, up to speed on all the game has to offer you as far as cards and content, you can take all these multiple cards from multiple series and blend them into your own personalized deck. If you play through the campaigns, you get the option of using either story-themed decks or your own creative ones as well. If you choose a story deck, just like I did, you get to play with decks relevant to certain parts of the time frame and certain parts of the story. So, take for example, when Yugi faced Kaiba at the very beginning of the entire series, and Kaiba tried to use his signature Blue Eyes White Dragons to overpower Yugi against his kind of lesser monsters, Yugi was able to use Exodia to overcome, obliterate, and wipe Kaiba off the map. So you get to relive moments like these if you choose the story-related decks. Now, the only thing is, you kind of got to be as lucky as I was and be able to draw 5 pieces of Exodia. So, good luck with that. But, the story continuity is very, very on point, such as when you face Weevil, shortly after arriving in Duelist Kingdom, you don't have Exodia anymore because that little bug-loving prick decided to throw them off the boat on the way over there. Which was a dick move. Either way, the game follows the story very well, with you facing all major characters from each arc, and the ability to play as antagonists once you've already beaten them. So you get multiple perspectives and multiple ways to play. Because who knows, maybe you've really always seen yourself as more of a My Valentine or Mako Tsunami as opposed to Yugi. As you progress through each campaign, you naturally unlock booster packs with varying price and relevance to certain playstyles using in-game credits that you obtain just through natural playing. These credits are easily obtained and amassed, like I said, through natural playing and completing certain objectives. The game also adds specific challenge duels against certain characters and brings back multiplayer so you can test your chop against friends and random opponents. The best part about all this stuff, though, is there's no microtransactions and all cards and booster packs are obtained strictly through in-game credit. All in all, I would say the only negative thing about this game is when you have a quick play card or a trap card that you can chain or activate at any possible time, the game constantly spams you asking if you want to play the damn thing. But while this is annoying, it's not exactly game-breaking, just a minor flaw and something that I personally despise. But the final verdict for me is this. The $20 price tag might seem steep to some people, but I personally was more satisfied with buying this game than some other AAA titles I purchased at $60. I would give this game a solid 9 out of 10, and I recommend it to fans of the series and people maybe just looking to learn a new card game alike. But hey, only you'll know if you truly have the heart of the cards or not. So at the very least, download the trial, maybe give it a whirl. But until next time, I'm Skimoni, and thanks for watching.